On tonight's episode of Yahtzee, Beat the Runtime, your beloved host and Mr. Charismatic YouTuber John Wyatt Edgar will attempt to beat the said runtime of Quarterflash's self-titled album from 1981, appropriately titled Quarterflash. Welcome. Here we are today. I'm joined by Link Dog. You can't see him, but he's here. Maybe you see his silhouette. Give me your paw, buddy. Like some Quarterflash. What do we know about him? We know Hard in My Heart, and that's about it. You can see I still have the Yahtzee game up from last episode. So people who keep multiple tabs open, I can fully relate. Let's begin. Our total runtime for today is 40:33, but only 9 songs, which means 9 games, 9 attempts. You went up on the bed. Get up there. You don't need my permission, buddy. All right. Let's harden our hearts and get on with this. Oh, gonna have to use chance right away. Not a fan of that play. What do we need? We need 231 here. I don't even want to begin thinking about some of the other song links that we have here because they're quite intimidating. I will say that. Not very good initial luck. There we go. That's a start. That's a start. Doubt we're going to get 15 Yahtzees throughout the day, but we're certainly going to need some to beat these songs. And 2 in a row on 2s. Incredible. Absolutely fantastic. Big time energy. And look at these 3s coming in. Oh my goodness. We are... Quarterflash wanting to put on a show, obviously. There's our large straight. Just putting up an absolutely monster score right here. We have 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, and small straight still left. There's 3 of a kind. We'll go for the small, I think. And we'll go for a 4 of a kind, because why not? A little disappointing we didn't get those. But 360... Yeah, 360. Got some Charlie XCX action up in here. Wonder if she was a big Quarterflash fan. Do we know anything about them? Did I do any research? No. You have to find another fool to do that. Not this one. Spoiler, that's the track name. 272. Well, we feel so confident after game 1 that I don't see how we don't get this. Of course, we'll probably need a Yahtzee again. That goes without saying, and we'll also need to play pretty well and just have a couple of things roll our way. Right now, it's kind of a hodgepodge of things. Really wants us to go for 4s and 5s. Not ideal. There's some 6s. We could use some more. We're a little bit behind. Let's see if we can... Okay, there's our 4s that we already have. So we go for a full house here. I have not seen many great opportunities at 1. We've lost the plot on the 35-point bonus, putting up only a 60 there. But we do still have Yahtzee, so we could technically... well, now we can't. Now would be too short. It's okay. We came close. 213 5 Yahtzee. These games aren't getting any easier. We have critical times coming up ahead in more ways than one. We need 306 points here. It's a 5-minute long song. And again, like I said, if you have suggestions, I do, you haven't noticed, record a lot of these in advance, but I do always... just because I'm an adult here, you know. And I don't necessarily have the opportunity every single day to record stuff. So I tend to bulk up a few things at once. So if you suggest a song, which I encourage you to do, or an album rather, if you suggest an album and I don't get to it right away, it may be because I've already recorded so many things that it may be a second. but I'm looking at the comments. I'm reading the feedback. Trust the process, as they say. There's a Yahtzee. Only 2s for Yahtzees. You must have 2s if you want a Yahtzee. 2s is all we accept. We need 3s here. All right, full house and large straight. I think this will be a full house play. And then a large straight. I will instead go for another Yahtzee that I won't get. And that may have cost us that because we theoretically would have had 313 had we gotten the large straight. Don't be mad about it. Valerie's mad about it. She's up next. She says, "Hey, I'm a little bit more laid back here. I'm only gonna require 260 points instead of critical times." But don't look ahead because there's a juicy number out there that we got to hit on one of these songs that I think is going to make for a captivating finale for the day. Oh yeah, we're doing great on getting these Yahtzees, though. I will say that, if nothing else. Oh come on, buddy. This would be so cool. This would be so freaking cool. Twos. Really care about those so much. That was just basically another opportunity. There's our full house. 4 of a kind and chance. Like we're gonna 291's probably what we're gonna converge on here. Okay. Solid. We're 2 for 4. Let's try to make it true. Try to make what true? 219 points or more. Sounds like a plan. I'm past the point where I'm even gonna like try and guess what these songs are about. We just assume they're all about the here and now in front of us, and they're about Yahtzee. And if that's true, you know, it's like there's some hyper specific concept bands out there, right? Like Coheed and Cambria, you know, the guy, you know, made a bunch of comics that like, you know, I don't even know how popular the comics were, graphic novels or whatever. And then you know, like 90% of their albums are about shit that happens in the comics. Me personally, I'm a big fan of the Megas. That, you know, basically, and the Proto Men do it too. They do it a little bit differently, but they do shit about Mega Man. I'm a huge Mega Man guy. So I love both of those bands. I like the Megas more just because they actually, I wouldn't say I like them more. They actually take the music of the songs, and like write the songs directly with the music and then put words to them. I mean, they arrange the songs and everything too. Where Proto Men take more, I think, of a more conceptual approach, which is also, you know, pretty good. We're gonna try to get this 218. We're not going to. And I think I saw where the Proto Men just put out new material, or at least it popped up on my music app, which is pretty cool. I know the Megas haven't done anything huge in a while. I was kind of hoping they would just. I know it's got to be tough. I was kind of hoping they would just run through, you know, the gamut of all at least the original 6 Mega Man games. I know they did 1, 2, and 3. The 3 was phenomenal what they did with that. And I mean, that's really, if you were going to only do 1 and do it really, really well, that was the one it had to be. I mean, Mega Man 2, what they did with that was pretty good too, but I think lyrically and musically, History Repeating Part 1 and 2, or History Repeating Red and Blue, the albums rather, are just on another level. Awesome. And I'll talk about those any day of the week. But that's not what we're talking about. Quarterflash here, or at least we're talking about how long their album is, and if we can score more points than that. Right now, going to be tough. We need 229, so I'm going to lean into the sixes. This will do it. 251. How are we doing on the total runtime here? I think that could really go either way. We got a 250 ahead of us. That's about average for cruising with the deuce. What is the deuce in this regard? Probably like an instrumental or something. That just sounds like it could be an instrumental track. Again, I don't know. Never listened to this album. Know very little about it. I'm sure that the hardcore Quarterflash fans out there that are searching for any breadcrumb of YouTube content and have stumbled upon this are freaking screaming at their television right now. Like, get this idiot off here that is, you know, blaspheming our band's great name. What's going on here? Can we get... that was probably a mistake, but you're going to give me a 3 of a kind. Oh, paid off. Hey, you're not 2s. Oh, and then see that I probably shouldn't have went. That was just me getting too crazy. Let's go for 3s again. Incredible. Only 3s. If you're a 2, sorry, but that was earlier in the episode. If you're a 3, 3s are in right now. That's what we want. Don't Look Now, but we just beat this song. And oh, that's very nice. Let's see if we could get one more 3. One more 3 for Dubby. Oh, 365. Another one. Isn't that the other? Isn't 365 the complement to the 360 song that Charlie XCX does? Don't they bookend that album? Brat. Or, depending on if you like a fancy hot dog, brat. All right. This is our easiest challenge of the day. Love should be so kind. It really should. Should be so kind as to just let us get as many Yahtzees as there's 4s. Our 4 is going to charge up the menu now. To be determined. There's some 2s. 2s are like, hey, hang on a second. We were important earlier, and now you're, bad mouthing us. Yeah, I think some 3s. We take that. Let's go for kind. Oh, 4 of a kind, even better. Oh, that was a bold move that actually paid off. I can't believe it. There is our bonus. So we still need 3 of a kind. We need a full house. Don't necessarily think we'll get... Oh, we do get one there. Okay. Well, now we could just go ham for the Yahtzee. 260 is our total. Pretty good score. No Yahtzee attached. And we need 214 to beat the album. But we need, for Williams Avenue, we're taking a stroll down Williams Avenue, an 8-minute long song. That's a long time. 477 points is more than we've scored this entire series. But let's go for it. We do have to strike a balancing act here because I would like to at least beat the album's runtime. So that may limit how aggressive I get unless we get some good draws early. And I mean, these are pretty phenomenal. We might be onto something. There's a full house. There's a large straight. Wow. Okay, I was going to say the luck can't last forever, right? Oh, look at this. 3 1s, 4 1s. Fortunate. I think we're going to go for a 4 here, maybe. Oh. Yeah, I guess if we're gonna lose, let's lose big. I mean, we may blow this, or we may just get it. We got 213. Oh, we're 1 point short of beating the runtime of the Quarterflash self-titled album, but our overall rating, which means nothing to anyone but me, is 75.88. You take the good with the bad. And when you take 25% of it and it disappears in an instant, that's a quarter flash. That's flash into quarter. I don't have a quarter here to flash. Instead, I will flash the back of this remote control for my speakers. That's as close as we could do. That's musical related, right? Anyway, more. Are we done with this year in review 1981? Are we moving on to 1982 soon? I feel like we are. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Send your suggestions. It's fine. I promise. You can. I'll listen. No guarantees I do them, but I'll listen. We'll see you later.